Welcome back to another video from Xplane 11. Today we are going to learn how to start the Sikorsky S76-c. It is the default and only rotary craft that is offered in the vanilla Xplane 11. So let's go ahead and hop inside. Let's get this thing going. So first we're going to start off with the parking brake. Make sure that that is set. We're going to look up to the top panel to the fire T handles, making sure those are in the forward position. The fuel control lever is in the aft, and the power lever is in the aft. Next, we can go ahead and turn on our battery and our inverter. So now that we have power, we are going to do the annunciator panel test. And looks like we have all lights on. So that one's good. And then we are going to do a fire test, which is just to the left of the number 1 starter. It says right here, we're going to look for the T handle light and then the fire master warning light. So that looks good. So now we can go ahead and move on. Next, we can go ahead and turn on our generators. Exterior power if the airport that you're at has the option. And our master start, turn on the cabin electric, battery on, and the bus tie. Next, go ahead and look at our stick trim. Now in the default craft, this is not movable, unmovable, except one, which is the yaw. Go ahead and flip that on. Also, we have the collective and the cyclic. Those are not movable. Now that we have all that set, we want to go ahead and look at our fuel. Looks like we are just above a quarter of a tank, running about 208 pounds of fuel, which if I was going flying, I would want some more, but that's going to be okay. It's not going to be a problem, just starting it. So now that we got that, say we go ahead and start engine number 1. So we're going to come up to the top panel. We're going to move the power lever for engine number 1 out of the way so we can grab the fuel. We are going to move it to the furthest forward point. There are 3 different spots for the fuel lever. There is direct, prime, and crossfeed. So we are going to bring it all the way forward to crossfeed. Bring that back down to the aft position. So in order to start it, we need to flip the starter, and then once in one right here reaches 54%, which is right here in front of this line, that's when we're going to want to let go. So go ahead and zoom in, start it, look down here, and just holding, and right before that white line, release. And so we're going to wait for it to kind of even out. Fuel's going to slow down. T5, N1's going to kind of level out. Now we're just going to go down the list, make sure that we have all greens. We have green in N1, T5 green, fuel flow green, engine oil green, and hydraulic pressure all in the green. So it looks good. So we go ahead and turn on our avionics control. So we have all that set now. Now we can go ahead and look back up at the top and we can go ahead and get engine number 2 started. Same thing, bring all the way to the forward. Now this is the same, we just hit the starter and we're looking at this one right here now, and when it gets to 54%, we're going to release. So go ahead and flip that switch, come over here, look, once it gets to about right there. Now it's going to start slowing down when it gets to 50, and release. Master caution light always comes on. Go ahead and clear that because we have good fuel flow, T5 screen, N1 screen, engine oil screen. So this would also be the point where you'd want to go ahead and turn on your lights as needed. We have 2 switches over here. Turn that one on and that one on, and then we head to the top panel because we have our strobes, logo light, and since it's kind of dark out, I'm going to turn on all the landing lights. just so people can see us, because I mean there's not a problem with that. It's also the point where you would do the altimeter. Make sure you set the altimeter, and then do the anti-ice. We have two of them. We have in number 1 and number 2, and then you have pitot heat. Those are also controllable right there. Windshield heat, and then this right here is your windshield wipers. Granted, it's not raining. I don't need to really set it. So there you go. Now you have the Sikorsky started. We are going to go back to the top panel. Before we take off, we have to move the fuel levers back to the first position, to the direct. If nothing else. So now that you have your taxi, you have your altimeter set, you have your taxi clearance, you have your flight plan filed, you are all set. Once you are all set, just don't forget to release your parking brake, and then you are off. Fly safe.